I.S.U.P.K.
All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call, to be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you, I had your life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me, but that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with
Hispanics and Native Indians, we gotta learn to separate from this society. This society that's always destroyed blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. We've been here 400 years. 400 years and our oppressors ain't changed yet. So why do we keep thinking that they're gonna change, or thinking that some type of carnal practice is gonna get us up out of this situation?
Right.
It's not gonna get us up out of this situation. Carnal practices will keep us in this situation because we don't know why we're actually in it. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to break it down for y'all. Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Work out every day, work outside.
The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
We have to understand we are totally different people from any other people on the face of the planet. When something happens with us, when we go into sin, we end up getting it way worse than every damn body else does. Everybody else, they can easily recover from the things that happen to them. But for us, it's like our situation turns permanent. And let me tell you why. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28.
It's like verse 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High Power.
That's the reason why right there. Because of what? Say it again.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High Power.
To hearken means to hurry up and do it. To hurry up and listen to the voice of the Most High. This is the reason why we're in the situation that we're in. And see, here's the thing, and it's also our oppressor's fault too, because once we come out of this situation, he's going to be punished. So if he did nothing wrong, then why is he going to be punished? The scriptures say that he's going to be punished. Go ahead.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
To do all of his commandments. What do they say? Oh, we can't keep all the commandments. We can't keep all the commandments. Look, when you love the Lord thy God with all your mind, heart, and soul, and with all your strength, and love thy neighbor as I love thyself, that opens up the door to fulfilling all the other commandments right there. The two commandments that Christ said was the most important out of all the commandments. Go ahead.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now these are the curses that will come upon us and overtaken us. Haven't they overtaken us? Yes, they have.
Right.
Look at our cities. Look at our condition. Look at our relationships. Look at our families. Go ahead.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
We're in the city right now. Look around. Look at the situation. Look at the situation blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are in right now. This is the curse that's in the city. What we got to do? We got to come to the city to work, to make minimum wage. That's what we got to do. And you can't survive off minimum wage.
Right.
So now we need all type of assistances, government assistances, and all of that. Go ahead.
Cursed shall thy basket and thy store.
Cursed is thy basket and thy store. What is your basket? Your basket is your savings, the stuff that you got in the bank. All everything that you store up, that money that you put in the bank every time you get your paycheck. And then you look at your bank statements and everything, and they don't seem to add up. Why is that? Go ahead. That part again.
Cursed shall be thy basket.
Because cursed is our basket. Look at the evil things that we do. And another thing also, we ain't think about how many times that we done drew money out of the bank account to go buy weed. We so damn high, we forget that we done drew the money out. You know what I'm saying? We sat there looking at the bank statement. We sat there looking like the Jericho caveman, looking at the damn bank statement, wondering what the hell happened to all the damn money. We too busy with bad habits, getting high. Weed make you forget. That's why you forgot that you done took and done drew the damn money out. You know what I'm saying? You done overspent on your damn debit card. You $5 in the negative. Go ahead.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
The fruit of our body is what? Our children. Our children grow up to go into Child Protective Service, CPS, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Our children grow up to be drug dealers. Grow up to be, grow up to be abusers. Grow up to be, drug addicts. Grow up to be fornicators. Grow up to be homosexuals. That's the curse. Go ahead and read that part again.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
That's the fruit, the curse of the fruit of our body right there. We raised children that we wish we never even had. You know what I'm saying? I done sat there and done heard people say things like, I done heard an old man say one time, he said, you only have you have 5 or 6 children. You only have 1 or 2 that you're proud of. The rest of them you wish you never had. And that's the curse right there of the fruit of the body right there. Go ahead.
And the fruit of thy land.
And the fruit of our land, because if we own land, it's awfully funny. Black farmers don't seem to produce a whole lot of stuff coming from our land. That's why during the time of the sharecroppers, what had to happen? Yeah, they end up selling your land to a white man. Because it wasn't producing what it was supposed to produce. Right. And also they got a thing nowadays called mineral rights. So if you own land, somebody else can own the mineral rights, means they own whatever you produce out of the land.
Right.
So that's a curse right there all in itself. That's
right.
A curse of the field. Go ahead.
The increase of thy kin and the flocks of thy sheep.
Means when we try to raise animals, they'll also be cursed. You got a lot of people got a good idea about trying to go out and buy land and all of that, but if we're not keeping these commandments, then that's going to be cursed just like we are in the city.
Right.
Just like we are on our jobs.
Right.
We make minimum wage in the city. Out there, we'll be getting minimal pay for the livestock that we grow when we try to sell it.
Right.
We'll be getting the crap end of the deal in business, even when we try to do that. And we'll be thinking about how we moved out of the city and out into the country. And that type of stuff, when you don't know why something is happening, it makes you go crazy. That's the reason why you see people in the city walking up and down the street talking to themselves with their hair matted.
Right.
Because these people weren't always like that. These people at one time were productive citizens in society. But the thing, what happens is they end up losing everything. And then they build it back up, lose it again. Eventually, they get to the point to where they're like, man, look, I'm not even going to try anymore. Give me that crap. I'm not even going to try anymore. Give me that needle so I can hit myself over with that heroin so I can forget about how many times I done failed in life.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 19. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
We go into the grocery store. Curse going into the grocery store. Curse going into stores. People will try to watch you and follow you down the aisle to see if you're going to steal. Right? You curse going out also. Read the part, curse going out.
And cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
When you go out of the store, you curse then too, because they watching you, looking, thinking whether you stole something or not. And then also too, you look at how much money you done spent in the store. You in the store, you curse when you're going in because you're thinking, man, look, I can only spend this much. I can only spend that much. That's a curse right there when you got to consistently think about that. You go inside a store, you thinking, man, and you get mad if you go over too. Curse when you go out. You done overspent. Now you got to think about what it is that you got to sacrifice, at home just because you overspent in the store. That's a curse going out. Go ahead.
The Most High shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke.
Cursing, vexation, and rebuke. What is a rebuke? A rebuke is like a person going up in a basketball game, going up for a shot, and somebody squats his shot all the way in the crowd. That's you know what I'm saying? That's the example of a rebuke. You try to start a business. All of a sudden, the business falls hard. You try to go on land and raise a farm, and what do they say? They use the term going belly up. The farm go belly up. Now it's done. It's over. Now you got to sell the land and move back into the city and get a job. Go ahead.
In all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do,
anything we set our hand to do. This is the reason right here, because we're not keeping the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. This is the reason why, and we can see it in some of our practices when we try to go into business and all of that. We go into business with a cursed mindset, looking at every other black, Hispanic, and Native Indian like they ain't nothing. Your businesses is based on your community, and your community is your race. Right. Your community is your people. Right. So if you don't value your people, how the hell you think you're going to be doing good in business? Right? And then here's the thing, because you got people that think that they're business people, but what they really are is hustlers. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference between having a hustle and having a business. You know, people out there with no employee, you want to see if somebody got a business, ask them how many employees they got. You know what I'm saying? How many employees do black, Hispanic, and Native Indians have when we start a business? Right. Our own employee, we be our own employee. Right. You know what I'm saying? We cut the paycheck to ourselves, and that's it. We don't be employing 5 or 10 people. We can't employ 10 people in our business. Got food right here for you. We got to be the only employees. Go ahead.
And until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doing.
Because of the what?
The wickedness of thy doing.
The wickedness of our doings. That's the reason why we in the situation that we in. Because of the wickedness of our doings. This is why our businesses fail. This is why we have no respect on the jobs. Nobody respects the people that's not together. You know what I'm saying? Nobody respects. Every other race go in on a job, they are together. Black people should be angry when another black person get fired, even if it's his fault. I'm telling you why. Let me tell you why. Because that's what other races do, and they stick together. They become a force to be reckoned with. Right. What we'll do is, somebody get fired, the first thing we do is, what'd he do? What'd he do? He showed up 5 minutes late. We ain't sat there and see the other races that showed up a half hour late and they still got their job. Right. He showed up 5 minutes late. We'd be like, he shouldn't have showed up 5 minutes late. That's a cowardly attitude right there. That's an attitude of a coward. Right. When you make excuses for your people being fired from jobs and all of that type of stuff, that's a cowardly. I don't care if it was his fault and he was 5 minutes late. So the hell what? They shouldn't have fired him. And if all the black people thought the same way, now the company got to think, well, okay, maybe we should hire him back. Right. I done seen it happen before. Right. I know what we can do when we stick together. Right. I done seen it happen before. I done seen situations where jobs have been fired, blacks and Hispanics, and the people complained about that person being fired to the point to where they hire that person back. You know what I'm saying? That's what unity does for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Hell, if it works for everybody else, how much more so will it work for us? Right. And the thing about it, we got to be strong in that area. Because our brotherhood is going to be attacked way harder than anybody else's. So we got to be way stronger in order to keep it.
Right. That's right.
Whereby thou hast forsaken me.
We have forsaken the Lord. That's why we in the situation that we in. Right. We done became Christians. We done became Buddhists. We done became Muslims. We done became Egyptologists. We have forsaken the Lord by that stuff. Go ahead.
The Most High shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee.
Make the pestilence cleave unto us. Think about it. What did they have? A while back they had the bed bugs pestilence. Right. Every pestilence that hit everybody hit us even harder. We got roaches everywhere, mold growing in the damn houses. You know what I'm saying? Silverfish running around inside the damn house. You know what I'm saying? I mean, slumlords, we the biggest victims of slumlords, right? It causes pestilence. And we're in the house sick because of mold. We don't even know why. Science is always messed up all the damn time. But we have, what do they call it? Asbestos inside the house. All of this stuff is plagues and pestilence. The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
We got employment racism, environmental racism.
Right.
Whenever you go to a Black, Hispanic, Native Indian neighborhood, the sewers smell way worse. You ever notice that?
Yes, sir.
You can catch the toxins coming from the sewers, and they wonder why we get cancer faster than everybody else. Go ahead.
Until he have consumed thee from off the land.
Until this has consumed us from off the land. Go ahead.
Whither thou goest to possess it. The Most High shall smite thee with a consumption.
A consumption. What is a consumption? A consumption is the old school word for like cold and flu. Things that have to do with your lungs. Back in the day, back in the slave days, they used to call it that. They used to call it consumption. Pneumonia. COVID-19 is a consumption.
Right.
And all of these different plagues like that. All of that stuff is consumption. Go ahead.
And with fever, and with an inflammation.
And with fever and with inflammation. Think about it for a second. This is one of the reasons they don't have there's not too many black doctors. We got to go to Africans, East Indian doctors, all different type of Asian doctors. They done removed our doctors out of the doctor's offices so that we can have go to the doctor among a people that have no compassion upon us.
Right.
They have compassion upon their own. They look at us like a dirty dog when we go inside their doctor's office. Go ahead.
And with an extreme burning.
With an extreme burning. Go ahead.
And with the sword. And with blasting.
And with the sores. And with blasting skin conditions. And with blasting. Blasting is what it is. It's a shocking disease like COVID. COVID was a blasting. Because what happens when a blast goes off, right? Everybody's shocked, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Everybody go into a panic. What happened? COVID hit instantly. And everybody went into a panic. That's blasting,
right?
According to the Bible. That's what a blasting is. The blasting is when something happens real fast. Like I said, unexpected, and that nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw COVID-19 coming. It came quick and swift into everybody, and it put everybody in fear. Go ahead.
And with mildew.
And with mildew. Mildew is that mold and all of that be inside the houses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The mold that be everywhere, the growing inside Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian people's houses. Go ahead.
And they shall pursue thee until thou perish.
And they shall pursue Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians until we perish, according to the Bible. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass.
The heaven is brass. Inside them Christian churches. What are they doing? Praying day and night inside the Christian churches, right? Praying and running around the church, dancing and running, they're literally running around the church, right? But they praying, but the heaven should be what?
Shall be brass.
I mean, no prayer is getting up. You know what I'm saying? No prayer is getting up right there. Go ahead.
And the earth that is under thee shall be iron.
And the earth that is up under us shall be iron. This iron earth. What does that mean? No crops growing up when we own land.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? No crops, because crops don't grow through iron.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have iron. If it was concrete, something can grow up. But if it's iron, nothing grows. Look at. Remember, we had the projects. They done tore a lot of them down now. Notice a lot of projects don't even have grass. You know what I'm saying? That's the iron, the earth under us being iron. Like I said, nothing is growing up. No crops growing up when we out there in the field. Very little crops growing up. Not enough to even feed our families.
You can't till the land.
Right, can't till the land. Yeah, can't till the land because you can't till iron, right?
Right.
You know, so our land can't be tilled.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 24. The Most High shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust.
Make the land, the rain of our land powder and dust.
Right.
Now think about that. We'll say the rain, powder, and dust. You can't grow no crops with no powder and dust.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If powder and dust is raining down, nothing's gonna grow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The rain, it'll be, yeah, we have literal rain, but the rain is fruitless. It's not growing anything. It's not growing. What good is to have rain when the rain that's going ain't producing no crops, right? That's a sweeping rain that leaveth no food as a scripture for that. Go ahead.
From heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed.
From heaven shall it come down on thee. Now the blessing is that the Lord will open the windows of heaven and send down a blessing. What is that blessing? That blessing is good, blessed rain. Right. You know, now that's why the Christian church always talking about blessing, God blessing, rain, blessing, sending down blessings and all of that. The blessings ain't coming down to the Christian church. The Christian church got everything they got by using and destroying, helping to destroy black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's not the blessing of the Lord right there. Go ahead.
The Most High shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies.
To be smitten before our enemies. But you know why? One reason is we're not united.
Nobody tell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it works, son.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs. I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?